Alright. Speeding out of spawn, love it. Again, this is like a Cyclops favorite. I really like this comp. Like in particular, just between these two teams. I mean, we'll break it down. So it's like, I think I prefer this one, to be honest. Just off the bat. It is a little bit. It's whenever you have a Widow, it's always going to like, there's always going to be a little bit of how well can you click heads is going to determine how well the comp works at the end of the day. Like, if you're going to play Widow, or you're going to make a comp around a Widow or something like that, you have to assume your Widow is going to hit shots. And like play around that. Hence, you know, in the last map when we saw the Hanzo coming out, pushing out the Zen forward and then into the, you know, the Widow's line of sights, you're playing that to assume she hits that shot. You can't play to assume she doesn't and just hope for the best with them. So this one is basically you're either running a 3-3 or you're running a 4-2. Most likely you're running a 3-3 here in this comp. So you've got 1, 2, 3 going forward, 1, 2, 3 staying back. You could potentially just do 2 and 4 if you want to have 1, 2, 3, 4 staying back and 1, 2 staying forward. And then this comp is basically something that I keep seeing around quite a lot, especially since the finals. So like, as much like I particularly enjoy it, but it's basically you've got 1, 2 going forward, 1, 2, 3, 4 staying back. But the biggest thing is like it's not really like a front line and a back line. It's more like a mid line. So it's like 2, 4, 2, 4, or it can be like 2, 2, and 2 is the way it kind of works. 3-3 is most likely how this one's going to be run. So it's most likely going to be like 2, 2, 2 versus 3-3 is most likely how this is going to be run. The issue with this is this comp is all about like exposing tanks for engaging inefficiently, or Mercy's Trace is getting too close, Sombra's getting too close, things like that, because you run with like the double stun. And when you're running with double stun, it makes it very difficult for them to do anything. Plus you've got the Discord, plus then you're speeding backwards. It's all about, you know, if they engage, we can disengage and get the kills, or do we see someone, you know, coming out of a choke, committing to something that we can speed onto and engage really heavily. Like for example, has Monkey used jump and he didn't quite make it out properly, or he fucked it up. So it's like, fuck it, let's just 6-man dive this Monkey, get rid of the Monkey, maybe only use 1 stun or no stuns because he can't run anyway. Wait for the Tracer to show herself, get rid of the Tracer. As long as this McCree doesn't die, this should win, in my opinion. So A-Week has to get rid of McCree, and then TYG has to get rid of Sabagod and poke around the tanks without being, you know, committed too much that he gets peeled or stunned. That's basically what's going to happen. I think actually these guys will struggle because these guys will stay too far away from them.
Early predictions here. You can tell that Talon Esports expected the fire to come out. That's not going to be the case.
I think these guys expected like a Sombra. There you go. Got too close, he's dead. That's kind of going to be the biggest issue. Going double sniper now. Yeah, I don't mind double sniper, as long as you can stay away from them. It's like this comp is like, it's all about keeping your people away without showing yourself into the McCree, or without countering yourself. So this is really good. This comp is very good against it now. Hey. Oh my lord, dude. How do I not highlight this stuff? There we go.
anymore. Out. Make you with some decent ultimate charge. Oh, flashback. Not anymore.
See, little death squad. That's what they are. They're the most annoying little death squad I've ever seen, and I love it. I love every second of this comp. Now that they've got double sniper, though, they should be fine. As long as they can stay away. But it's going to be really hard to re-push with double sniper. If Talon swaps to... I'm pretty sure Talon's about to swap to Goats. Just judging on those two picks. If they swap to Goats, they'll steamroll this. There'll be way too much frontline pressure. I like double sniper and I like Goats into this. That's pretty much it. I think Goats would have been fine, but this is going to be more efficient for them. I really like this positioning from those guys. Good scouting. Monkey's just hiding away. Being ready to dive up if he needs to. Going up, good rotation. Getting the hell out of there. Staying on the other side. Again, beautiful row. Oh, was going to be beautiful. Then they got out-rotated. Don't split each other. That was beautiful. Those rotations were really good. And now you've got the high ground again. As long as you can stay away from Goats, you're fine. There's nothing Goats can do if they can't touch you. Oh, you better hope you get some kills here. There you go. Very well played from CAG. Very well played. Dude, Avril is probably one of the best like analyst casters, dude. He knows his shit. They've done very well there. To the point where Cyclops had to swap, or chose to swap at least, because they need some instant pick potential against the Goats. I would probably swap to a Pharah here, to be honest. I'd stop this comp altogether. Like, I suppose you're still on the point, so you kind of can't, but you know, I'd start swapping to like a Pharah and stuff now if you're going to lose this one. Although you should be fine. You should be fine. Hanzo's good because it's insta pick potential. Oh, good grab. Really good grab, really good bomb. Massive. Absolutely massive. Now you swap pharmacy. There you go. I'm a genius. Not really. I'm really not.
Talon Esports, they get saved there. They get to breathe a breath of fresh air as they go into this next defense. They got so much to do though.
And I like the NA swap too. That's really good. That's fine. You're probably not going to win this one if you're CAG at the moment anyway, because they've just got too many ults built up and you just swapped, so it's okay to lose this one. This is not going to be a big deal. That's completely okay. You got 3 ults out of them. You didn't and you didn't give up too much ult charge. So that's actually a really good fight for CAG. They should come back, push this with the couple ults that they have. And just be able to snowball it. Assuming the Rhine doesn't completely cuck them. That should be good. Just keep running. Wait for that DM to go away. He's used boosters. He's probably got very limited DM now, so you should probably go for it soon. There it is. DM came back. He's right behind you. Probably waited a little bit too long then. So that's the one thing you always have to keep in mind, especially when you're playing at like higher ranks, is if you've got something that you want to use, you need to immediately think, what do they have that's going to stop it? The biggest thing is going to be this diva. So it's like you either need to get rid of the diva altogether, or you need to like force her DM out, or the moment she uses boosters and tries to go around there, like drop down immediately, and you probably get more value out of that. It's like that little hesitation there to double check is like literally gave you like a second less in the ult. You probably still die, but at least you get, you might get the Zaya. Oh, ballsiest res of your life, mate. You are very lucky you even got that res off. Oh, unlucky not to get a kill. It's unfortunate. Very good play from Gagora, being able to come back so early. Terrible res from Claire. I'm not a fan of that at all. You're very lucky he didn't die the second time. If he didn't get Whiplash, like, Anakin's dead. So we're gonna have Diva Bomb. Anakin may get his barrage up again, depending on how much poke he can do. Persia's gonna have his ult. Anakin's really not getting a lot of value with that, with his poke here. And tanks didn't rotate properly. See how both tanks are on there at the same time? So like, they both drop down at the same time, meaning they're both contesting. Whereas at the moment, you need to do the same thing that they did on Lijiang, where they have one person up high, they got Winston down low. When Winston goes low, he jumps up, and then Diva drops down, and they just continuously like cycle that. That needs to be utilized like a lot more when versing goats. And the Doomfist needs to really wait until there's like actual pressure going on for them. I'm trying to see where he was and where he died. So there's Depp jumping down into the backline now. I don't really get to see him. I think that's him there. So I'm not 100% sure. I think he was going for Haru. But that's, he just gets blown up by TYG because TYG's in a really good spot for it. So good pre-positioning. Claire should die here. Yeah. Cyclops had the comp, they had the opportunity, they just didn't quite coordinate properly. They didn't coordinate it properly into the goats. There wasn't enough peel back. Oh, peel back. There wasn't enough coordination between like the frontline pressure and the DPS in that one. That's my opinion of what happened. You need to be able to execute that cleaner. Get some water.
That would be rough. Again, we said that CAG, they need to get that back-to-back win. They need to win on Talon's map pick if they really want to turn the series strongly in their favor. If not, like I said, if we just go the full 7, they trade map for map, it's theoretically Talon to take it.
The opening composition for CAG, dip onto the Hanzo here. These all good picks for CAG to be able to kind of counter out this 3-3 coach that Talon Esports do have.
Talon are aware of it. They've now got to start playing around this. It's not a hard counter necessarily. It gives you the opportunity to counter. It gives you the opportunity to deal with this team comp as they look to commit. Trying to find the wrap around on Depp.
Oh, good.
Now, yeah. It's not a hard counter necessarily. It gives you the opportunity to counter. It gives you the opportunity to deal with this team comp as they look to commit. Jeff. He's
Oh,
fine
good.
now, yeah. Able to escape, keeping clear in the pocket. Tayo's low, but it is going to be the point slowly getting kept up by CAG. In fact, getting the connection over even as they lose Sabagon.
And they finally lose a member. The other issue is Anakin isn't quite close to the barrage yet. Usually you expect them to already have this. They don't have a kill either. The only thing they do have is the point control, and they might lose that soon.
Yeah, Persia's got coalescence. That means they can just throw it down on these tanks. CAG, they know they have to give space here. They have to retreat. And that means they may just have to give up the point as well, especially with Tayo going down. Oh, no, they're connecting this one. Dragon's track across. They res Tayo, but Anakin, he doesn't get anything with the barrage again and goes down. Talon. Yeah, Persia's got coalescence. That means they can just throw it down on these tanks. CAG, they know they have to give space here. They have to retreat. And that means they may just have to give up the point as well, especially with Tayo going down. Oh, no, they're connecting this one. Dragon's track across. They res Tayo, but Anakin, he doesn't get anything. No, they're connecting this one. Dragon's track across. Especially with Tayo going down. Oh, no, they're connecting this one. Dragon's track across. They res Tayo, but Anakin, he doesn't get anything with the barrage again. Track across. Especially with Tayo going down. Oh, no, they're connecting.
Oh my lord, thank the Lord, Prowler. How long have I been muted for? Thank you, my friend. Alright, I'll say that all again. So, even though he got rid of the threat to his Pharah ult, there was nothing else to follow up with this barrage. 2 mins, I'm not going that far back. These things happen. I'm sorry, friends. I'm really sorry. You'll miss some good stuff, but you'll miss some good stuff. No, I'm kidding. You missed nothing. Don't worry about it. There was nothing to follow up on this barrage at the end of the day. It's like, yes, it was good. You removed the thing that was going to hurt you. But there was absolutely, you could have taken your time. Probably a little bit far away. I don't know what's up there that's like wanting you to shoot over that way. I think it's possibly a brig. Looks like a brig. No, because it says critical, so that's someone. I don't know who that is. The Diva? Maybe? Potentially. Good primal, staggering out. This is like an okay. This is an okay trade. You're trading your ultimate for more objective time. That's not too bad. Depp's doing it as well. He swapped characters to do it, and they're staggering on very well. Didn't choose to use that ult. That's okay. They've done enough. They've done enough. They weren't going to get another person on. When you think about it, that stagger went for, about 15%. So that's okay. Maybe even 20. The only thing is now Talon has like literally 6 ults. So that's something that you're going to have to deal with now in the future. So whenever you do decide to sort of stagger out with a monkey ult and bring your Diva on as well, you got to remember you're about to give up like 1,600-ish ult charge, or HP worth of ult charge. Even more if you want to use, it could even be 2,200 if you get that as low as possible, and then ult, and then get the Diva on. So you just got to assume you're about to trade a lot of ult charge for 20 to 30%. So if that's a trade that you're happy with, go for it. Teo just got absolutely obliterated. And they're just gonna... God damn it. Like, Talon should really just like cycle this until the end. That's probably what's gonna happen. Again, he's gotten a lot of very low... Oh, that was big. He's had a lot of very low value ults, in my opinion. This series, on the Pharah at least. He does get the healer, which is good. He does remove the sustain, so that's actually a really good trade, to be honest. If you can remove Goat sustain, you basically win. It's clear, unfortunately. Massive shatter. Wow, Talon just used 6 ults. And Cyclops used 1, 2, 3 ults. 4 ults. Oh, that's a big loss that they couldn't get back on and stagger that point. If you're Talon, you really need to reset right now. You really need to stop swinging, stop going in. You really need to reset. I'm clearly not being listened to. Like, you just staggered yourself out, like, what, 15%? When they pulled this. They pulled this at 53. You don't get it, that's fine. You're about to trade mechs. That's fine. Cyclops immediately jumps off the edge. Welcome to instant pick potential. Unfortunate, Persia. Your head's massive. Oh no, you're just not in position to do this as a goats. You're not. You do not want to do this. Like, I've explained it before. I'll explain it again. If you're playing goats, and if this is your like entry point, right, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're split down the middle, you lose. If you're split down the sides, you're okay because it's like you're still going forward with 3 and 3. It's not the best. If you're this close, it's fine, right? If you got 3 here and then 3 back here, you're in a little bit of trouble. There's too much space. You've got to remember. Think of it like a car, right? So you've got your front, and your front's got your grill on it. That's got a big shield. You've got it, and you can only go one way as a team. You can't send people off to go like that. Otherwise, your car breaks down. You lose a wheel. That's exactly what they're doing. They've got one person. They're going forward. Actually, they're not really going anywhere. They're just kind of sitting in this choke over here. But there's Zaya, so their left wheel is over here. Here's their wheel. So now this team is really stuck if they want to go forward, because they don't have the bubble to help them get through chokes, through just general shit, general poke. God damn it, dude. It's really annoying. It's good that now they're going back. Realistically, this is probably going to be like their last push though, with the amount of time that they're taking. Sneaky Tig. And they're going to have barrage, so they could be in a lot of trouble here. A lot of trouble. Oh, hang on a minute. Haha! I haven't seen someone do this in a long time. So I didn't. It took me a second to realize why that was like the wrong signal. The wrong signal? The wrong icon? Anyway. So Pharah dropped down, and one thing that you can do with Pharah is you can, when you fire a shot, you can animation cancel into your ultimate. So that's exactly what he's done. So I'll go back again. So you see he's got 6 bullets here? Yeah, run rocket and cancel animation with barrage. It's like, not a lot of people like that I VOD review actually do that though. That's kind of the interesting thing. It's like, this should be like a standard for Pharah players that play at like a high level. It's like, unless you literally have no other choice and you just randomly click Q and that's all you can do, it's like, you should be like animation cancelling every time. It's just efficiency. It's just efficiency. Min-maxing. more damage.
But a weak slow, they get the connection, get the kill. They need to get these in here. CAG, where are the kills coming through? They have not closed out these maps. Finally finding Persia, finally getting some
See
mileage
Tib,
as they find
see
Tib
Zaya.
on the back line. Now starting to drill down
Farah
on
just
Weak.
doing absolute
Even
work.
getting kills coming through. Get the kill. They need to get these in.
Big res from Claire though.
But a weak slow, they get the connection, get the kill. They need to get these in here. CAG, where are the kills coming through? They have not closed out these maps. Finally finding Persia, finally get.
So why didn't Persia
They need to get these in here.
use shift?
Where are the kills coming through? They have not closed out these maps.
Because she died so quickly?
These in here.
Or did she must have already used it.
They have not closed out these maps.
Maybe both. She died very quickly, to be fair.
Finally getting some mileage as they find CYG on the back line. Now starting to drill down a weak, even as he trades off the Savage God, Agora. He will throw out a strike.
And then this is just desperation, like stagger out until everyone comes back as best you can. You can just see Ryan's just trying to play for survival.
Coming up for Persia. CAG, they might not be able to win this.
CAG should give this one up now. They lost
Might be able to turn this back around. They're getting the picks. They've played this very well.
using the barrage. I don't see
Agora, he gets back at the Magnus. Still tank and support presence here. And a coalescence coming up for Persia. CAG, they might not be able to win this.
Played that very well. Bless me. Bless me.
one up now. They lost too many members.
Excuse me.
It's not ideal. This is not where you want to be.
Bless him.
using the barrage. I don't see Anakin changing heroes here.
Wow.
So for CAG, this is what it looked like when the stars don't align. An entire kit system.
Got to finish him.
Just as
Got to finish him there.
it's unfortunate that Anakin
So how do you finish him?
members
Let's go talk about that for a second. Let's figure out how we finish these guys.
Finally finding Persia. Finally getting
So Dig goes down.
some mileage.
There's a Hanzo coming across, splitting the front, like splitting people, which is good. You're 5v3 right now,
Even as he
but they have full health.
the Savage God, Agora, he will throw.
This is probably one of the smartest beats ever, guaranteeing that this person stays alive. There is no other reason for that beat except to save this Diva's life. That's incredibly clever. Knowing that you absolutely have to have these three people live until you get reinforcements coming back in.
Agora, he gets back at the Magnus. Still tank and support presence.
And then CAG's kind of done this quite a lot. Realistically, if your Diva's gone in on their support, your Pharah should probably be on their support as well. Pharah shouldn't be peeling for this. This is Mercy's job. Let Mercy do this. Just let Mercy keep him alive. Mercy always takes a long time to react to that.
CAG, they might not be able to win this.
CAG should give this one up now. They lost too many members. Anakin's got
It's like, yeah, you get him out of mech, but
Might not be able to win this.
CAG should
I mean, imagine if you were back here, right?
Sound barrier saves Agora, he gets back in the Magnus.
So I see that. Imagine if you're shooting this Lucio and you get that kill.
Still tank and support.
And then it's like, you get that kill, possibly get your ult charge, maybe shoot one more rocket at the Rhine, get your ult back. He's dealing with the Hanzo who has a Mercy pocketed him maybe earlier. You turn around, you go and you ult this Rhine really close. I think that's probably what you needed to do. And everyone just kind of split their focus and didn't target call properly. The Pharah needed to go help the Diva, and that should have been it. But really smart from Haru to use that beat to save Gogora's baby Diva. If you don't save that baby Diva, yeah, that's probably over. So that's incredible awareness and good play.
they know they can give it up. They know they can come back in.
They only have to contend with that one Earth Shatter, but that can still be a dangerous ultimate if it gets the connection. There it is.
Huge shatter. This is over.
Terrible for CAG. Now Anakin and Claire in the skies getting pressured. Looking to charge
Coming
back.
back. Oh, quick little pin on the way back. Hello. Nice little bit of ult charge.
Take a dive here. They found Haru and they've got just enough time for one.
Got Haru though.
Yep.
That's not good.
8% remaining, and CAG are going to get Kimahoro back in time, but they have no ultimates. Everyone is freshly out.
So they really need to touch.
Frag for frag. Talon don't exactly
They got the touch off.
they're closer to having those big impact
Nearly grabbed.
downs. It's going to be a coalescence. The first
Alright.
ultimate out in the fight.
Having a look. Not a lot I can see. Anakin's doing what he can just up high. Oh no. Emikin cannot get caught in those, dude. He gets caught in these. Like, this is like the second time he's been caught in this as Farah. They did it last time to him as well. It's like, if they want to shoot it straight at the roof, that's fine, but like, don't let it get you and other people. Oh. Look at that target focus from that from bloody Talon though, right? Call that depth's behind. There are three people who turn around to go for him to protect Persia, who's healing the tank. In fact, doing damage, but that's fine. Look at this focus. Again, 3 people on the one target. At minimum. 4 people. There were 5 people there. 5 people on the one target. The target call prioritization from Talon is much better than Cyclops, to be fair. In my opinion. You better believe it's Prowl. The Prowler of the Prowls. I'd be really happy if I was Talon. Also, what's the pen tool sidebar? So this is called Epic Pen. Lets me draw. See? It's just a free thing. You can spend $5 and you get some more things with it. But the free one's just as good. They did some good work over at Epic Pen. Definitely go download it if you like want to do things like this.